Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. My name's AJ. I'm here to talk about Doctor Strange 2. If you haven't seen the movie, I recommend you do not see it. I am going to spoil it in this video and you're going to thank me for spoiling it. I'm going to save you the trip to go and see it because it is that bad. It is really horrendous, guys. So first of all, I'm going to start with some news. Doctor Strange 2 proves Disney doesn't need China, says CEO Bob Chapek. And Bob Chapek is the current CEO of Disney and he's taken over from the other Bob. And he says that Disney doesn't need China. So a lot of you don't know that China actually banned Doctor Strange 2 in China, and it's because of this moment. And you can see here, this newsstand here is basically Epoch Times, and the Epoch Times is very anti-Chinese, and I think it's writes a lot of anti-Chinese articles, and it's not very good to China basically. So I don't know who the hell put that there, but you have to look at what's been happening with Disney films. There's definitely some sort of anti-Chinese movement going on in Disney films, because they did the same thing, exactly the same thing in Shang-Chi as well. They put some references there for the Tiananmen Square, the issue that happened in Tiananmen Square in the 1980s. They put the exact date in there. And they did that in Shang-Chi, and they're doing it here in Marvel's Doctor Strange 2. So there is definitely some sort of anti-Chinese message. There might be someone working in the films industry for Disney putting these things there on purpose, because putting these things on two Disney films is not really a coincidence. I think somebody is doing this on purpose, and there's definitely something dodgy going on. So Mr. Chapek has said that Disney doesn't need China. So let's see how much money the film has made. So you can see the film has made 688 worldwide, which is a very good number, I must admit, but they do not deserve that because the film is awful, absolutely awful. So they do not deserve that kind of figure, to be honest. And the film cost around 300 million to make, because what they did, they had to reshoot 80% of the film. That's 80%, and they're basically reshooting the whole film because the original director got left because of differences apparently, and the new director came in, and it's Sam Raimi, the guy who directed Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 and the Evil Dead series. So they got him on board, and yeah, unfortunately, he didn't really have much power in the film, and it shows. I mean, you can see some of his elements in there, especially references to Evil Dead and things like that. But he really did not have any power whatsoever. The woke merchants have completely taken over this film. I mean, this film is really, really bad. This film is really, really bad. So if the film has cost 300 million to make, it's made around 700 million. It'll probably end up making 800 million. You got to count into around 200k marketing costs and distribution costs and things like that. So altogether, anything over 500,000 is pretty much a profit. So Disney obviously will make a small profit from this. But they don't deserve it. They do not deserve it at all. So Chapek says Disney doesn't need China. Well, let me tell you something. China doesn't need Disney either, because you look at some of the best Chinese films in the box office right now. These are Chinese homegrown films. A few years ago, China didn't really have much of a film industry. They had to get a lot of films from abroad. Hollywood films, a lot of Hong Kong films and stuff. But recently, especially over the last 5-10 years or so, the Chinese film industry has grown a lot. And some of the biggest Chinese films are some of the biggest money makers in the world. And they're making a lot of money. So China doesn't really need any Disney films. And Chapek says Disney doesn't need China. Oh, really? He's happy to you know, beg for Chinese money. Every single Disney film that got rejected, like for example, Black Widow got rejected, Shang-Chi got rejected, Eternals got rejected from China. So he can say things like that because the only problem is it's the China that's rejecting Disney. It's not the other way around. And I'm sure if it comes to Chinese money and the Chinese market, where you got 1.4 billion people, he would literally go on his knees to beg for money in China. But the reason is because China has rejected Disney, he's now saying, "Oh, Disney doesn't need China." I bet you any money when the next film comes out, he'll be begging China to make sure they show it in China. Please, please show it in China. Because how can he ignore the 1.4 billion people market? And China has got more theaters than America right now, and there is a huge market, a huge film industry. So if he thinks that Disney doesn't need China, he's an idiot. Behind this article, he would be absolutely on his knees begging China to show his films. So give you a review of the film now. The film, I watched it last weekend, and it was probably one of the worst Marvel films I have ever seen. It's not as bad as Eternals. Eternals was probably the worst I've seen this year. Shang-Chi was really bad as well. This one was probably the third worst. To be honest, they're all bad as each other. This film was just woke central. Woke from start to the end. You have this new girl called America Chavez. First of all, who the hell names the daughter America? I mean, that's really stupid. Like it's like if I get married and if I have a child and I have a daughter and I name her Great Britain, people would laugh at her. She'll be bullied for the rest of her life. She would disown me. I mean, what kind of name is America Chavez? It's absolutely ridiculous. And she goes around with a little pin in her chest, and this pin is basically those gay pride rainbow colors. So she's walking around with gay pride rainbow colors in her chest, and she's just a woke character. She's got two mums. She's got no dad. She's got two mums. She kills them both in the beginning of the film because she's scared of a bee. A bee lands on her little finger. It doesn't sting her or anything. It lands on her finger, and she screams, and she opens a portal, and the portal sucks her two mums inside the portal. And I'm saying to my friend, this is what happens when you don't have a male role model in your life, when you don't have a father. You get scared of bees and you end up killing your two mums. I mean, the film is absolutely ridiculous. It's woke central from start to end. Doctor Strange is basically a side character in his own film. This film should be called Wonder Vision and the Multiverse of Madness, because most of the film is mainly about Wanda, and Wanda's got an arc. Doctor Strange has got no arc whatsoever. He's basically a side character, reacting to this, reacting to that. He gets his ass kicked by women left, right and center. He doesn't save anybody. And this girl America Chavez, she's basically, only power she has is to open up wormholes to the multiverse. And at the end of the film, she finds this power out of nowhere, and she starts beating up WandaVision, and she starts beating up Wanda, the Scarlet Witch. And the Scarlet Witch easily beat every single character in the whole film. She's easily beat Reed Richards from Fantastic Four, beats Professor X, beats Captain Marvel, the British Captain America, I can't remember whatever her name is. And then this girl out of nowhere starts punching Scarlet Witch, and I ended up laughing in the cinema. I'm thinking, what the hell is this? What's going on here? I mean, and Doctor Strange is on the floor. He's got beat, his ass kicked, and he's on his knees. And basically, no man is gonna save no woman. So it's that kind of crappiness going on. So I'm not going to bore you with the plot, but it really is a boring plot. There's a lot of problems with the film. For example, the fact that Reed Richards, who's a Fantastic Four guy, and he's supposed to be the most cleverest guy in the whole universe, more cleverer than Tony Stark, and you know the Hulk guy. When Hulk becomes the human. Banner. He's more clever than Banner, so he's supposed to be the most cleverest human in the world, and he acts so dumb in the film. Basically, first of all, he's like, "Oh, we have an intruder," and Doctor Strange is like, "Oh, no shit, genius," things like that. Then another bit is when you have Black Bolt, and Black Bolt is a character. When he opens his mouth, he can basically kill anyone. And he lets out Black Bolt's secret to WandaVision when she comes to kill all of them. He lets out the secret. He says to WandaVision, Black Bolt can kill anyone if he opens his mouth and says something. And WandaVision is like, "Oh, what mouth?" And she closes his mouth, like, similar to what happened in the Matrix. So he can't open his mouth, and he ends up, making some noises, and his brain blows up from inside, and he dies. So Reed Richards gets him killed, and then do you know what Reed Richards does? The cleverest man in the universe. He knows that Wanda can do all sorts of magic. She's got chaos magic and all of these magic. So what Reed Richards does to stop her is use his hands, his elastic hands, to try and grab her. And I'm thinking, how stupid are you? You have a woman here who knows magic. She can do anything, and here you are trying to grab her with your electric arms. So what happens is she makes him into a spaghetti, and his head blows off, and obviously he's dead there. And so they get rid of the two male characters, and the only two female characters left is that British Captain America woman and the Black Captain Marvel. So they don't race change the Captain Marvel. They in fact turn Brie Larson black into that black woman, and it's the same black woman. She plays the same character she did in the James Bond film, the woke one, recent one, and she plays the exact obnoxious black woman there, and she's proper woke, really obnoxious, really annoying. And so the women put up a fight with WandaVision. The male characters are easily disposed. The women actually do put up a fight with her, but WandaVision ends up beating up both of them, killing the British woman, chopping her into half, which was quite funny. And then a statue falls on top of Captain Marvel, which is really stupid, because in Endgame, Captain Marvel was literally flying through ships, flying through, she travels in the speed of light, and she can fly through planets and ships. Nothing can stop her. And then you have a statue falling on top of her, and she dies. It's really, really stupid, guys. And the ending is really dumb as well. I'm going to spoil it for you. The ending, you got America Chavez, who's been like a weakling throughout the whole film, and Doctor Strange goes to her, "You can do it. You can stop WandaVision by yourself." And she gets up and starts punching WandaVision. I'm thinking, oh my god. At that point, I wanted to walk out of the film because it was so dumb. And she gets his strange power out of nowhere. It just comes out of nowhere because Doctor Strange said, "Oh, believe in yourself." It's a lot of this Disney crap. And then it's just she ends up beating WandaVision. Doctor Strange doesn't end up beating WandaVision. She does. So it's basically Doctor Strange is like a side character. He doesn't have a hero's journey. He doesn't have an arc. It's basically the women running the show. The women winning at the end. It's totally woke. It's such a woke, trashy film. And there is another part where they walk around with this memory. They're in another dimension, and there's a shop that sells memories, and they stand outside and it shows your memories, and it's really stupid because what if your memories when you're having sex or something, or when you're going to the toilet, and and basically shows it to the whole world. It's not like private. It just shows it to everybody in the streets, and obviously this is a business, right? Why would you sell it for free? You're walking in the streets, and this memory thing is basically out there in the streets selling it for free, And I just don't understand that, because if you want something like that, it's a service. Obviously, you go into the shop and say, look, I want to access my memories, and your shop will be like, oh, that'll cost you this much, and you can access this, you could access that. You know, it just shows it for free. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't happen in real life. The script writers for this film are just really, really a bunch of idiots, to be honest. And there's a fight where Doctor Strange is fighting Doctor Strange, and they're fighting with musical notes, which was really stupid and childish. I just thought this is really lame. I mean, Doctor Strange 2's powers are really lame in this film. He doesn't do anything spectacular. He was more powerful in the first Doctor Strange, and it's more clever. The first Doctor Strange was a much better film. This film was absolute crap. Yeah, and it was just like I've got to say, I've got to give it like 2 out of 10 or something. It's probably one of the worst films I've seen this year. Eternals would get 1 out of 10. Shang-Chi would get 1 out of 10 for me as well. But this one will get 2 out of 10. I really recommend you do not watch it. There's so many other problems with the film as well. I'm not going to name all of them, but it's just a really stupid film, guys. It's really, really stupid, really dumb. It's just full of wokeness, and I'm sorry to say, the direction that Marvel is going is not going to do them any favors. And the worst thing is, you know, she kills off Reed Richards, Fantastic Four character, so easily. And the problem is, they're making a Fantastic Four film. So after watching this, is anybody really interested in watching a Fantastic Four film when he gets destroyed in like a second? He gets turned into spaghetti and his head blows up. And now they want people to be excited for Reed Richards to be in the next Fantastic Four. And they want all the fans to be like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Fantastic Four now. When the main character gets destroyed in a second. I mean, who wants to even watch that crap? Oh, I don't know, guys. It's really ridiculous. I'm not looking forward to Thor Love and Thunder. They're probably going to do the same thing. Make Thor into a side character in his own film. It's probably going to be run by female Thor. She's going to end up killing all the villains and all that crap. I bet it's going to be like that. I'm not looking forward to that. It's a shame, because Thor Ragnarok was one of my favourite Marvel films. And Thor is a really, really, really good character of mine. So it's a shame, really. I just think they're destroying the Marvel. I'm out, basically. I'm not going to watch any more Marvel films. You know, if it comes out on streaming or something, I'll probably watch it, but I'm definitely not spending my money going to cinema to watch this crap. Anyway, I hope this review was helpful to you guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.